Um, Wait, that's not a strong way to start the stream. Hold on. I gotta turn off this. Here we go. I left I left the lo-fi radio on all night in my classroom. So all the cockroaches and all the mice and rats and all the snails and all the wildlife of Taiwan was treated to synthwave jams all night. And I don't know if I'm a hero or if I'm just a common criminal. But it's morning in Taiwan. It's 5:28 a.m. It's morning in Taiwan. Who would do this? I ask you. Who would get up this early to do streaming in Taiwan? Well, guess what? I'm up anyway. That was kind of the whole thing behind this. The band of Timmy's Fun Club was started because I went to Taiwan and I wanted to play with my friends. And I wanted to play games that we enjoyed and played them the way that we enjoyed them. And then once that got started, I was like, hey, you know what? We should start doing some regular activities with the group. So we did monthly EDH, and then we also did a fun explosion here and there to try to bring more people in and the people that didn't necessarily play Magic, and then after that it was like, well, you know what? I'm awake early anyway because I have kids, and my life priorities are messed up, and so let's just stream. Let's just stream. Let's just have fun. Let's create content, and here we are. Here we are, and it's all led up to this May 28th, North America time, May 29 Taiwan time. You follow the Twitch, you subscribe to the YouTube, you join the Discord. That gets you 3 entries to win a Pokemon box. Yay! I'm not even going to open it on stream. I'm just going to leave it sealed, maybe put a little bubble wrap around it, and then send it to you. I don't know who's going to win it. Maybe it'll be you. Remember when media was that important? That, the kind of clickbait that existed was was somebody looking into the camera and saying, "Will it be you?" And then the person on the other side of the screen was like, "Whoa, this is personalized. He's talking to me. Whoa, whoa." I certainly do, but I'm old. You know what else I found out the other day when I was on Reddit? It's not just that I'm old, but I think in terms of like streamers on Twitch, I am geriatric because, all my friends are close to my age, so I don't really think about it. And when I think of like people that I've watched over the years in my different communities, like Brian Kibler is my age, or the professor is my age. I mean, people joke about how much older he is, but I don't think he's that much older. He's probably in my age level. Uh, but then the other day on Reddit, there's this kid, a kid, 'cause, pretty much half my age, being like, "I'm 23 and I feel like an old fart. Should I tag older streamer?" I'm like, 23, and he wants to tag older streamer. 23, and he's asking if he should tag older streamer. What should I tag? Like one foot in the grave streamer, like about to die streamer? Like what hope does that give for me if age is that important? Well, I guess other people thought the same way because there was like a stream of comments that was like, "Well, I'm old, I'm old, I'm old," and I'm just thinking, okay, well, I don't think age really matters when it comes to entertainment. That was an important sentence to finish properly and not have cut off and taken out of context. Let me be clear. Age does matter in some circumstances, but when it comes to content like entertainment, I don't think it really does. You can enjoy the exploits of a, is that the right word? You can enjoy the adventures. Exploits? Is that right? That doesn't sound right. Hold on. Let's just say adventures. Yeah, exploits. That's the right word. That sounded weird because exploited is something very different. But yeah, that's right. Okay. You can enjoy the adventures of somebody who's older the same way that I could enjoy the adventures of somebody that was younger. If some 18-year-old kid was showing me stuff in, Once Upon a Galaxy that I've never seen before, or some 15-year-old was schooling me in Magic, it's happened to me at the local game store before. I'll sit down and there'll be some kid there. And it's like, oh, you're going to play in our pod? Oh, yes, sir. Here's my deck. Okay. Sure. As long as your guardians are okay with this. It doesn't get weird. Why does it sound so weird the way that I describe this? It doesn't get weird at the store. I mean, despite the fact that Magic players are kind of historically a little bit weird, it doesn't get weird. It's just like, okay, cool. What does get a little weird is when all the grills start showing up. It's like we don't care if a 12-year-old shows up and wants to play his dad's deck, but then the grills start showing up and everybody's like, hey, at least at the game stores I've played at before, that always gets a little weird. Where was I? Where am I? What is this? It's 5:34 in Taiwan. I think, why was I? What was I? Who was I? Where were we going with this? Older streamers, that was the thing, but then before that, the origin of Banditim. Yeah, we already talked about so much. But listen, we've got a job to do here, okay? As you can see, okay, I've slipped a little bit since last night. I was at 2999 MMR. And the goal for this month was to get to 3,000. Now, last month, I did not go beyond, I think, 2,800. And I wasn't really pushing until the end of the month. This month, we're going to hit 100 wins, which I don't think I got to 80 wins last month. This month, we're going to hit 100 wins and decent top 3 finishes. Legendary rank is a little lower than I'd like. Top 500 is the goal. Top 100 would be neat, but I just don't think I have the time for that. And look at this, 100 wins I'm going to be pleased with, but look at these jerks down here. And I don't even know does this person have anything going on in their life besides Once Upon a Galaxy? 617 wins from the beginning of the month. It's like, that's like 200 a week. That's like 40 plus wins a day. I don't know how you can sustain that kind of momentum. Honestly, we do the stream where we play a concentrated, 2 hours of games, and I get 10, 11, 12 if I'm lucky. Now, granted, I take my time and I talk about it. Maybe this person doesn't take their time. Maybe they just ravage every game that they play. I don't know. I don't know. Here. It's this one. So you need to go like, This is like the YouTube thumbnail. It's like, we're doing it. Hey, we're doing it. Okay. Maybe we'll make a thumbnail out of that. I don't know. Apparently, thumbnails are important in YouTube. I know this because I'm an older streamer, you see, and that's important because us older streamers gotta do everything we can to actually create intrigue. Because all of the only reason that people usually have to watch us is just to wait and see when we die. So it's nice to it's nice to have something to do before we pass. I don't know what I'm saying. It's very early. It's not that much earlier than normal, but it just every day feels earlier and earlier. Maybe this is what it feels like to die. Maybe I am dying right now. I don't have a diagnosis, but we're all diagnosed with sudden death disorder the moment that we are born, so I guess it's possible. All right, we need some villains to please the evil stepmother. But since we're not going to complete the quest, I wonder if taking the chameleon. I have a strict policy about the egg and the chameleon. They work for me about 5% of the time, and I just get angry when I take them and I nurture them and I set them up for success, and then they transform into some garbage that doesn't help me out at all. I get irrationally frustrated. But I'm trying to stay open-minded because I'm only top 700 legend, and there's a bunch of people above me, and there's a reason why they're above me. Oh, this is I've learned recently that this is pretty good. The thing is spells and mages, does that fit into treasures? It's going to be probably the ideal build is dragons here. I don't even know if mages and spells are... I think maybe the warp drive would be best, because when we get these big chunkers out, we're going to want those big chunkers to go first and have the advantage. Anyway, I don't remember what I was saying. I tend to go down verbal roads, and many times I don't know where they lead to. Jill Sunshine, a little better puck. Kid Ick, I do love his treasure. But the problem is you got a gold in him. That's not always super easy to do. I thought after the last big patch where they changed some of the captain powers, and they made some big changes, I thought that suddenly it was like really, really, really easy to get golden. But then it kind of like regressed back. I don't know if that was just a coincidence that I started noticing that. I'm also kind of running low on momentum here. I don't know what I'm doing. How are we going to win right now? How are we going to make more treasures right now? Ooh, this isn't a good board. Anyway, I think that the gold rate went way, way, way up. Suddenly it was very easy to like get silvers and golds, and I found that I found that I was getting them like almost instantly for the first few turns. But then it started to regress back a bit. And I wonder if that was just a coincidence or if there was something legitimate to that. We gotta get something going here for this. I've got nothing of inspiration here. We can buff a slot. All right, there's a dragon, and he has a quest on him. So if I make some treasures, then I can make more treasures. But the problem is, I'm gonna get beat up with these early boards. This isn't looking great. What also isn't great is how shaky my computer is right now. What is going on? Is it because it's 29 degrees in here? Is that why? Is that why the processing power seems so poor? All right, this will give me, yeah, what is going on? There's like some massive lag, but it's telling me on the stats we're not dropping frames. We're doing okay. I just got kind of a lag here. All right, well, one more treasure. Just one more would be nice. I'm never gonna get that Ahab quest. All right, there's one. That's a Fae, so let's get more buffs from him. Or does it not work that way? It only works on the recruit, I think. Because his support is just give the slot buff, so it doesn't have an actual number behind it. Oh. Wow. Usually I see a Hydra and it's game over, but that one was not. That was not a very big Hydra. So we live to see another day. But again, kind of trash. Where did all the dragons go? All right, there's a dragon. But it's not doing much for my treasures. My treasures won't really be affected much by it right now. These boards are, I'm probably dead here. If I get very lucky with the G-Man. Oh no, he's gonna attack, so yeah, we're dead. Okay, that was a really bad start. Kind of like the last time we played. I think we got a 6th place right away. That was not a good start. Nothing was really opening up to us in that game. I think my computer is starting to catch up though. The graphics are a little less shaky. Whoa. I'm amazed at how regularly hot my computer gets, and yeah, I'm sure I'm gonna need to get a new computer pretty soon. I'm starting to get to the hardware limits of this computer. All right. So there is a build with Hades, and I've only heard people reference this. I've not actually seen it done. I've not actually experienced it myself, but there's a build where you can get Black Hole and Anubis. And then all you need after that is like a couple characters that just stick around, and you can win that way. Now, like I said, I've never seen this before. I can't really envision what that build would look like. Without trial and error, it's hard for me to like tell exactly what that would look like. But but I want to try it, and I have both of those things in this deck. I've just never actually seen it. I've never. Let's see. I've never actually seen it done. I've never had the characters fall to me in such a way where it worked. What are we going to be doing here? Spells? I think we take this because I don't really know what kind of spells we're going to do. I also haven't seen a ton of farewells yet, which is the point of this. Snowball has a reasonable farewell. Maybe we give Snowball a bit of a head start. Really wish would have traded here, but I guess we're still out the same number of hearts. Slash is an interesting farewell, but I don't want to have multiple farewells on board. I guess I could. We're not going to have any other now, so this guy's not really worth it. How? Oh, that's why, because it's Piggy. I was going to say, how is this board so fat? It's because it's Piggy. All right, so we've got Mechanical Dragon. That's got a pretty good farewell. I just like it's not as fast, but I really like the Mechanical Dragon, and then the one dragon that improves your treasures each turn. That gets so out of hand because you've got all these Dragon Claw treasures that give your characters +1 attack. Then every turn they're getting +1/+1. So then it's +2/+1, +3/+2, +4/+3, and you're just like building your army over time. I would swap this out for him. I would not necessarily. I probably should have swapped the shark. I don't want Achilles' farewell to happen. We could throw in a dash and just see who farewells first. I know that's not technically the ideal way you want to build Hades, but we're getting to a point where my snowball's getting big enough to justify keeping it for a little more. And any of these things, if they pop off, that's fine. At some point, we do need to lean into a strategy, though, for what we're going to do. Take the inspector for the body, I guess. I don't know if I'm going to be buffing everything. The Dragon Claws will start to become relevant. We could golden that snowball, or we could take this and keep the pain train going. Pain train is also what I call my just daily life. Just pretty much the pain train. Maybe we swap him out here. I don't like any of these choices. We could do sparkles actually for him. I gotta start getting a little bit more attack on the front line. Dragon Claws will help that a little bit, but they're just too slow. That's unfortunate. That is really unfortunate. We're falling behind. We're falling behind. We got to do better. Stinky, maybe. Stinky for dash, maybe. Yeah, we don't have good stats right now, so going up against a toy build is kind of scary. I don't know if we survive this one. Yeah, we don't survive this one. Okay. A fourth and a fifth. That is no way to start the day. My MMR is just getting held down and punched in the face. Dr. Agon, save us from this. Okay. 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 We get a treasure here. That's nice. We get 2 treasures there. Can we get a really good one with the Mimic? Robin Hood's bow is interesting for +8 attack for the first character. Otherwise, this is +4 to everybody. Maybe we just do that. At least early game, this is pretty good. This gives us a little bit of an advantage. And this will get the stepsisters to pop as well. Maybe we take an Ahab and try to get lucky with him. We can take a chameleon. Yes, we could try to get lucky with the chameleon, even though it never happens for me. What do we get? A fairy dragon. Not the worst of things to get. Not the worst. Not the worst. Maybe bones. Okay. The acorn is pretty good for this moment. We do need to start thinking about casting some spells. All right, we got the win. That's right. When we cast spells, we're making treasures, so I can start thinking more treasure-centric with what we're doing here. So actually that fairy dragon is pretty good when you think about the treasures that you're going to be making. Here's one now. Not a good one, not a great one. Alright, this leads to more spells, this leads to more spells. We can do this, we can pop him. And then, what are we gonna get? More random treasures? It's not entirely too early. This would also get us treasures because of the golden characters. Get out of here, Ahab. All right, so we got any of those golden characters for me yet? Well, well. All right, at least we'll get our extra shop from the dragon. There we go. That's tempting, but if we have a good enough board, we won't need it. Each fight give heroes 3/3. I have one hero. This is okay for Achilles right now, but it's not going to be a long-term solution, especially when he dies right away. Speaking of dying, we got to improve this board. All right, so if I can cast 3 more spells, we can get a treasure, another shop from the dragon. We just need to find better stuff. All right, here we go. We can get a treasure this way. And I might just take... This is honestly better than this. What's the chance that I get another Discover treasure? I guess with the golden characters, it could be... So we're not gonna be able to hit the spells for this turn. Good news is, I think we win this. So now we can get another treasure. Pop the Jasmine dragon. Where are all the good dragons? That's not great. I mean, he'll hit his quest at least. I mean, we've got better stats now to compete with a toy build. All right, this one. Wish I could get all of these. Golden, I think this is probably the one. All right. We can get, oh. Maybe it's time for Achilles to become, oh. That's what I got. That's what I got. Dwarven cart. Yes. We would like to keep adding more treasures. Yes. Okay. A little scary towards the end, but goodie bags have treasure hoard. I did not realize that. I don't necessarily want to take it, but I also am getting pretty bored with these selections. All right, we're in the finals now. Same guy. Same guy. And we did not survive as Conan this time. I don't know. I guess second is better than... I don't know. That still felt lousy. I guess it's the chance you take with these, deck builders. Cast a spell, give a random character +1. This is interesting if you can find some good creatures in the beginning. Because you get this power instantly. So it's important to get some good creatures on board, because what you don't want to do is cast a bunch of spells and buff like Rose. All right, so we can... I guess we take Pix. Just to try to hang around a little bit. Yeah, okay. And maybe we can there finish that. A lucky chest. Perhaps with this Cowardly Lion. Oh, missed the 8 attack. All right. Whoa. Lion is swole. You don't have to be cowardly. I'm going to give you some more juice. Don't tell the doctors. Yeah, just keep drinking juice, Lion. Yeah. Nothing could go wrong with that. Just keep drinking that juice. See, us older streamers understand the value of steroids. Silver turn golden. I'm just gonna say that. I know that I need to start getting some better characters to buff. And Bunny is not going to be the long-term solution, but I'm just thinking, hey, anything here. Phil's one. Phil's definitely one that we could keep buffing. Proud of that Bunny for hunting. Good job. Didn't think you'd be able to pull that one off. All right. Oh, double hunt. You get 6/6 for you and 4/4 for the slot. Let's do that. Don't know if that's good, but sure. We get a random spell here with Moppet if we can get the front swole enough. Just keep hitting my fill. Okay. Oh, that Frankie. We weren't gonna survive that. All right, the timeline dupe. Not quite as good as you might think because it starts out at +1/+1. But I don't really have a lot of synergy with this other stuff. I guess Widow's Web with the Fairy Dragon is reasonable. I just don't know how long I'm going to have it. We're getting close enough to a secret map. I actually could have thought about taking the secret map, but I just hate secret map. I usually ignore it when I see it. That's probably a reason why I'm not top streamer. Okay. Herc would be something to keep on buffing. Herc would be something to keep on buffing, 100%. And check this out. What if I just do this and try? It's turn 9. Can I get a Herc? Oh, I'm going to get a Herc. Yes, this is the way we win. This is the way we win. Okay. I think I'm just gonna try to cast spells and hit Herc every time. Alright, so I don't get the... No one's gonna hit my fill? I don't get the benefits right away, but Herc is gonna... Do I want to Looking Glass this Bunny? It is getting some massive hunt numbers. Maybe I do the Moppet? It's nice to get the spells. Oh, that's a good buff. That's a good buff, especially with the web. Oh no, Herky. Yeah, everybody hit my fill. There we go. There we go. We're going to lose, but everybody hit that fill. Oh, we still lost really bad. Oh, gosh. That's good. That's good. Herc is going to be our meal ticket. All right, we'll get another Herc. That's good. If we're lucky, we'll get one more. I don't think we're going to get one more. All right. Maybe should have grabbed that Merlin. Maybe should have grabbed that Merlin. Oh, no. I didn't get him. I didn't get him enough. I didn't get him enough. All right, we're not dead yet, but it feels very much like death. We're going to have to do this really strategically. I don't know how a giant growth on Hercules is going to help. We got our Stinky out. Maybe, no, Rat King just, yeah. Okay. Okay. You know, they say second place is good for stats, but I say second place is not good for for your heart. All right, just a little bit of a slow start. Maybe I stop getting cute and just take Jack Sparrow and we just get a first place. We just show them how we do it in the old country. With Jack Sparrow. Some unfortunate trades, but we still got there. All right, let's take that puck. A worn shield for my hunters to keep them healthy. If we ever find them. Okay, that worked out well. All right, Bones is a hunter. Not great. Still a hunter. I mean, my first character is getting +4 health, and then if he hunts, then we're also adding some attack to that. This is Heartless one. Okay, yeah. Heartless one would be the one we'd want. That not only hunts for him, but it also hunts for, what is it? Oh no, that must be Scar. No, Nameless one just hunts for himself. That's okay. +4/+4 is a good. That's a good buff. And then you double that. That's pretty good. This board is not so good, unfortunately. Hey, we still won. All right, not bad. Anne Bunny. Oof. I'll come back to you, Anne Bunny. All right, Calypso is starting to feel... This is usually... You can get a good pirate build with that. Maybe I'll do this to keep this going. I don't know. I think board is going to be good right now, but we need to pivot soon. Nameless One and Billy Bones are not a way to build a board. But once I start to get to like, Blackbeard and Innkeeper and stuff, then we should be fine as long as I can find a way to get those guys. Jolly Roger maybe for the initiative. That's unfortunate. You gotta lose sometime. I guess you don't have to lose sometime, but I can lose that puck, right? Woof. Okay. Plus 12, plus 12. Yes. Bounty. Yes. Now we're striking it rich every time we hunt on the front. Especially with these pirates. Okay. Oh, there's young Herc. Well, who we swapping? We gotta get Blackbeard. We need to get Blackbeard. Like, it's an emergency. We can't do this build without some good hunters. All right, there's Innkeeper. And another Herc. All right, this is the most we can help him. I didn't realize that I had this. Okay. This guy hasn't lost any hearts. I just don't know if I care about this game anymore. This game has hurt me. Video Lucas Calypso with breadcrumbs. Yeah, there's a good pirate build with Calypso that, like, it doesn't seem like it would do a lot, but Calypso can buff those pirates pretty fast. Oh, thanks for the Starstone at the end. Thanks for just piling it on at the end. All right. Do I want to look at how bad I've fallen? It's not good. It's not good. It's not good. Piggy, are you my first place? Oh, we've got a pretty decent start. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Lucky or Mimic. Lucky or Mimic. Let's do Mimic. Mimic helps with the dragon early on. Maybe we get something that's like... get something that's like something that gives us the edge early on. Okay. Whoa. Good trades. Good trades. All right, we got a golden dragon. The acorn would help us out early on, but this is going to... I have to remember there's a mimic there, so I don't want to mimic the acorn. That does not stack. Golden characters get +6. That's pretty good for right now. We're just going to need to keep making things gold, though. All right. All right. This isn't good right now. I'm really kind of torn on Combustible Dragon. Like I'm torn on if he's good at all. Cuz I've gotten him to where he's like, you know, I'm dealing like 600 damage to a random enemy and it's doing nothing. Like I'm not killing anybody because the other board is getting so big that it's just doesn't even matter. See, look at that. It's early on and I'm not killing anything with it. Do you want to take that Maverick? I think, there we go. Hey. And Mechanical Dragon. I think we can... maybe stack it like this. That is unfortunate. Wow. The random treasures are interesting. It's every 2 turns, so starting turn 9, turn 11... I think we Golden Fountain because I'm going to be choosing treasures, like regardless. Treasure Hoard. All right. There again. Did almost nothing when it exploded. And so then when you golden it, it's twice. It's Treasure Hoard 4 equal to my Treasure Hoard bonus. Okay. So yeah, it's 32, so it's doubling the Treasure Hoard bonus, right? Or does his Treasure Hoard go up when it's golden? Treasure Hoard must go up when he's golden. Okay, sure. Back row. Gravity Well is really, really slow. I guess the constant buff. Recruit or Farewell. I don't think that is super relevant for what we're doing here. Next time you discover, keep all 3. We don't have any animals. We don't have any hunters, I guess. Eventually they'll all become animals, because once you get enough treasures. Okay. Flopsy. Now we're starting to get somewhere. Is Mechanical Dragon worth keeping? It's very small. I know Fairy Dragon is giving everybody a nice buff, but The hope is that eventually the treasure hoard in the creature and like the characters themselves is better than what that dragon was doing. Oh, that's a big fill. Kind of tempted to just swap this out. And that's a big Merlin. This is the temptation when you get a Flopsy. You get a good dragon build going, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, but that's such a good character. Oh, I probably should have put that on the Flopsy. Look at this. Is this my boss fight? Is that really my boss fight? Okay. Well, Piggy was first place. I expected it to be a little bit more dramatic than that. But we needed the first. I'll take it. Trashy P. We've had some good times, Trashy P. Okay. I think early on that position doesn't really matter much between those two. Build towards the future. Nice job taking out the puck. All right. Whoa. I think we can afford to... Maybe we do it like this. Okay. So Katamari hits both of these quests. Suppose we can swap out a monkey. That's okay. Geez, maybe I should have swapped out Ahab. The prince had pretty good stats. I probably should have swapped out Ahab. Yeah. I need to get these quests done. Just need to get these quests done so I can move on. Okay, there's one. We'll fix my heart too. Twin shot is good with this early weak board. Help me out a little bit. Alright, we can finish the quest with the prince. We'll just double down on attack. Golden Prince. I mean, I'm losing a heart over this, but feels like it's worth it. Oh, wow. Did not expect the board to get this big. Hey, look, we got our Ahab quest. Mockingbird is kind of interesting at this moment. Out of all of these things, I would say that's the most interesting right now. I saw my first dragon. I didn't take it. I got distracted by the silver. Probably should have taken it. Okay. I don't want to build beasts, right? I said I don't want to build beasts, but then I took 2 beasts. I'm like, I'm a pretty blatant hypocrite. Like that's not even shrouded. That's not even hidden. Alrighty. Gosh. I mean, if you've got all those beasts out there, come on. Obviously, you're going to take the Guardian of the Grove. I don't know, man. I don't know. It kind of seems like beasts are working for me. I don't want to look a gift beast in the mouth. That's something that us older streamers say. That's a saying from the olden days. Hashtag older streamers. Hashtag retirement home streamers. Hashtag where's my Ovaltine streamers. Oh, nice job, Cracky. Okay. The beasts are starting to get a little thin. I'm worried a little bit. I'm not doing treasures anymore. I got distracted by beasts. I'm not doing treasures anymore. I got distracted. I'll now that I got distracted though, I'm like too deep into beasts. It's like Wormscale Tinkerer, yay, but I'm not making any new treasures, so yes. Yeah, with 3 blind mice, that's good enough. Good job, Kraken. All right, look, I don't like it. I don't feel good about it. It doesn't feel stable, but it's working okay so far. It's working. It's working. So I don't know what to do here. I'm going to bank that wizard. That's really bad. This is a really bad turn. This is not something that inspires first place confidence. Look at that smug. Wrong target. Hit my stinky. Jeez. What do I even have you for here, Stink? Well, I'm just going to go. At this point, it looks like we're just going for second place. Because I can't. The time for pivoting is long gone. There you go. There you go. All right, we almost made that. We almost got close enough to tying. Does second place help MMR? Second, second, third, first, second. That's got to help MMR a little bit, right? I probably shouldn't keep checking this all the time. Yeah. We're not at that 3,000 mark yet. I was hoping we could hit 3 today. Trashy P, let's do it again. Look at all these treasures. Look at all these treasures. Just waiting to get plucked from the treasure tree. +5 attack. That worked out well. Okay. Look at all these silvers. Where's my gold at? I don't want to give any of these characters health. They're not sticking around. Baby Bear can help shore up the front. There's a gold. Think about our treasures. Are mages and spells a thing that go with treasures? Or recruit a thing that goes with treasures? I think we have a better chance of casting spells, but I don't know. I don't feel good about any of those, to be honest. Whoa. Okay, we still won, but that was a little scary. There's your spell buffs. So the timeline duplicator on Trash Panda is you actually get 3. It seems like if you're duplicating it, you would get 4, get 2 copies of every common treasure, but it copies the copy, which is 3. You get 2 copies of the first common treasure, and then it sees the common treasure and gives you another copy. So you get 3 treasures. I found this out the other day. Still don't have any mages out yet, so I don't know if I will. We're somehow managing to survive just by being plucky, I guess. There was a common treasure. I could have grabbed that. Fairy dragon. Yeah. Okay, that was not great. Also, speaking of not great, I don't know how I've been so large this whole time. Just in the way of everything. There we go. That's a little better. I don't know what to do here. Would take a fat goose and help my front. Also, the second copy I find of him is golden, so, you know. Jeez Louise. All right, we gotta start catching up with this. All right, we'll double, that'll add some stats. We somehow haven't had a lot of dragons. We're not getting anywhere with our quests. Uh we're making inopportune trades. Thunder of Dragons. Alright, just give me one more fight. Just give me one more fight to build anything else. I don't think I'm going to get one. Okay. 50-50 that we got one more fight there. Alright, there's the Iron Cast Dragon. We're finally getting some dragon options, but I'm taking the silver to try to keep this going, and that was not what I was looking for. That's pretty bad. Okay. Okay, I don't know. Well, that's it for me. We're gonna get fourth place at least. Fourth place. Took the back-to-back trash EPs and got trashed. Haven't seen witches a lot lately. I'm gonna do witches. I guess this first battle doesn't matter much. Whoa. Another villain, another villain. All right. Boy, I don't know. I'm always so tempted to take bounty contract. I just like the easy buffs, but that's the front, and our backs are going to be thick. We got some thick backs, not thick fronts. All right, the villain buff. It's a pretty good one. Mirror Mirror has just been reduced to absolute trash. It was like too good before it got nerfed, but now that it's nerfed, it's just completely negligible. But. I know Wormtongue would have gotten us more villains, but Didn't even complete my Daughter of Athena. Didn't even make it. Davy Jones is a villain. Nightshade is a villain. He's just a rare pirate. Pisces is a villain? Just a couple fish hanging out. I don't see what the big deal is. Yep, go straight for the fill. Great job. Go straight for the fill. Jack in the Box is a villain? Oh, look how spooky that artwork is. I never realized there was something in the box. I never realized how spooky it was. I didn't know that Jack in the Box was a villain. Look at that thing. You stare at that thing for too long, you will be transported into another realm. How long have I been staring at that thing? It's so hot in here. What are we doing? I see this dragon and I want to atone for my past misdeeds, but I'll just take Prince Charming instead. Front row slots, yeah. The front row slots could use a little love at this point in time. It would be nice if we could find a Boon Willow. That would make a big difference. So now we need to discover treasures. Now we need to discover treasures. Could you maybe trade just a little bit better? That was ridiculous. That was absolutely ridiculous. Okay, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. All right, so here's the hope. The witch sets everything at 1. Everything attacks into the fill. We live to see another day. Nope, the Herc just hits and we're dead. I don't know how we survive that. We have no business surviving that. At this point, cracking my heart doesn't really matter. A double Melodies loot. That would have been really fun, you know, if we were actually doing something good on the board. If If our board was actually good, that would have been pretty fun. Oh yeah, just hit the witch first. Yeah. Okay. It wasn't our game. It wasn't our fifth place. Holy crap. Okay. It wasn't our game. I know for a stream that talks about climbing to 3000 mmR, that's kind of embarrassing, but you know what? Everybody has them. Everybody has games like that. Every single person has games like that. You got to have a lot of games like that to get to a good spot. Like I have to keep telling myself that because I'm not a competitive gamer. So when I do get to a place of like competition and people are playing better and games are becoming more, advanced and complicated and whatnot, it's like I do have to remind myself that yeah, you're going to you're going to have to lose a lot of games. That's just the way it goes. Everybody does that. Lucky chest. We want the best treasures that we can find. Could we get a lion quest in a reasonable amount of time? We're gonna get at least 2 hits here. Oh, nice. Okay. So we improve this. Maybe I just bank the Aladdin. That's not really what I want to see. This lion is becoming less and less impactful. Really need to get this quest finished. Wormtongue, you know what to do. Thank you. He knew what to do. Alright, let's get a good one because this one's going to get doubled. Pirates have treasure hoard. Man, that's a good. Double this when I lose a fight. Guess what I'm good at? Losing fights. Sinbad gets a legendary treasure. Alright, Mama Bear is becoming less and less relevant. I should probably figure out what I'm doing with my life. Alright. Oh, Sinbad. I don't think I've ever golden Sinbad. I haven't had the patience or opportunity. Ahab. Nice work. Characters have 4/4, sure. Sure. Should probably take one of these fatties. Is it too late to stepmother? Can we do that in 2 turns and get another treasure? What are we up to? So is the next treasure that I find going to be rare? I haven't actually figured out how that goes. I don't want to take Mighty Mouse. Alright. Alright. Yeah, it's starting to get a little brutal here. Frankenstein's doctor is a little too slow. Blackbeard's parrot is not good. I'm gonna die before I duplicate my treasures. I'm gonna die before I duplicate my treasures. This is really sad. I'm gonna die. Okay, this board I can beat. Alright, so we're duplicating the treasures, unfortunately. Not exactly. Hunter's Horn with the Kraken. That's so. Dragon Dice. I've got that Merlin in there. This has been such a weird build. Alright, just show me some dragons, okay? Just show me some dragons. Alright, we've got the villain to complete this. Now we've got a little spell synergy for Merlin if we don't die from this. Okay, we got a chance. Okay. Still alive. Big chunky boy. Secret map is, we're almost at turn 12. I should probably just stop ignoring that every time I see it, since we are almost at turn 12. Alright, can I survive one more turn? What are we up against here? This is doable. This is more than doable. Alright. Hand of Midas. And we get our first Hand of Midas right here. All of your creatures have treasure hoard. Buffs from spells. This is all pretty good, but I think we got to do the treasure hoard, right? I don't know what to do. We'll take the spell because of Merlin and the spell buffs, which would be an awesome band name. Hello, we're Merlin and the spell buffs. 1, 2, 3, 4. We cast spells. We do spells. We're casting spells. We're magical. Wonder why they would be a punk band. Why would they be a punk band? What are they so angry at? Alright, we've got some options here. I guess we'll do the Ahab for the treasure. Wizard of Oz is tempting. Yeah, we're getting our board, swole enough. One of your slots, 10. Greed. So this is a pretty good engine right now. Getting uncommon treasures each turn, casting spells for Merlin. It's going to get that front real thick. Choose 3. Okay. This is not super impressive in a normal game, but this might be enough to take the boards that I've seen so far. Just don't hit the fill. Why do I even ask? Don't hit the fill. This guy needs to die. Get out of here. Take your big, stupid fill and get out of here. All right. I'm having some weird games today. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie, I've had a lot of outcomes that I did not expect. But we'll just keep on riding. First place is first place. Look at that. Did that change? I swear that changed. Has that guy always been in there? Look at him. You know he's about to do some menace. You know he's about to ring some doorbells and run away, leave a poop bag out there. You know he's about to go through the drive-thru and ask for 5,000 tacos. This guy is a troublemaker. Okay, I'll take him. He's a villain, so good enough for my purposes. Let's put this guy over here, over here. Okay. I swear he hasn't always been a villain. I swear he hasn't always been a villain. And then when you get Chucky, you're like, oh, he's a villain. He gets attacked. I swear he's not. I swear he hasn't always been a villain. That's so weird. That's so weird. All right, higher quest rewards. Because eventually, I'm going to get this quest completed. There we go. There we go. Oh boy. Did this pay off? Not really. Well, we're buffing all my animal slots nicely. Why is this guy scaling? What am I not seeing here? Is this... What's going on? There's no slot buff, but this guy's scaling. He's not an animal. I'm losing my mind. This guy is haunting. There's something very wrong. I'm losing my mind here. All right, so what do we have? We have 3 slots left to buff. 2 animals, so we could do this in however many turns that is. So let's go here. Drop these to the back. Well, let's drop... Yeah, we can do that. And then we'll get this guy's quest done in 1 turn. Oh, I guess I could have gotten it done sooner. No, that's right. That's right. I don't see Mechanical Dragon often enough. Is that good? I don't think I want to play Mechanical Dragon. But when I see him, I'm like, yay, Mechanical Dragon. You know what? I am going to play him. I don't even care. Don't even care. I'm going to play him. I'm going to play him, and you can't stop me. this guy will proc. Legendary next turn. Double bronze. Double bronze is good, but legendary next turn is good. I think I want to do that. It's crazy of me to want to take a Frankenstein. I don't have natural Frankenstein synergy, but he just scales. I just like him. He's just neat. I don't really have any natural synergy with this. So, you know what? I don't like Santa Claus. I remember the one time that I played a Santa Claus all the way through the game, and I won. And he was golden, and he was spitting out toys left and right, and I thought, man, he's pretty good. He's never been good since that. Ever. Ever. All right, it's time that we move on from these bears and these boots. So if the chameleon hunts now, we get a secret rare? Are we that far in the game? He's going to hunt. Nope, we just get a rare. Oh, Mephisto. Okay. When a character in front of me is KO'd, it's gone for good. I've got an idea. Because I don't need these. I don't need these guys. Legendary Celestial Villain. So we've got bronze characters of 30-30. What if we just keep feeding Mephisto bronze characters? Sounds a lot darker than it actually is. Oh, and a Mecha Man in front? Oh, baby. How could this okay, there's a Herc there. That's how this could possibly go wrong. Monkeys, we're getting even more things for Mephisto. He took out that Herc for me. All right, well, I've just got to keep feeding him now. I've created a monster. I've got to just keep feeding him. I've never played Mephisto like this before. This is very exciting. I'm nervous about how exciting this is. I should not be this excited. This is really fun. Can give him a Santa Claus. Captain Hook can hunt, get us an even bigger boy, and when that even bigger boy dies, oh no, Mice is going to take out Hook, I'll bet. Somebody's going to take out, oh, look at all these too many big uns. Okay. Yeah, too many biggies out there. It's honestly incredible what he's doing. I have never played Mephisto like this before. It is really amazing. I gotta say, it's really amazing. got that big fat Herc again. Incredible. Incredible. He's keeping up. More than I expected. He's keeping up. He's not gonna keep up with that blind mice though. Good Lord, we got some big fatties. Maybe I should think about throwing my Frankenstein out there and give him the power of Frankenstein. Phil. Yes. Okay. So I'm going to need a lot of people to attack Phil. That's a bad start. That's a really bad start. Oh my gosh. Mephisto is beating Hercules. And now my Frankie is gone, which is a little sad. Not gonna lie, it's a little sad. This is the last, okay. This is the last recruit that I have here. I think we're gonna put the dragon here. I really want, it's bad to lose this buff, but I just want to keep feeding him, and Frankenstein's doctor will also buff these slots. So I'm going to feed him whatever I lose, but I'm also going to buff the slots in the meantime. So I don't think we can beat this mice though. Yeah. It was a good run. It was a good run. Okay, we're still alive. It was a good run. Whoa. Okay. Whoa. Okay. Oh my gosh. That was insane. Crack a heart, does it matter? It actually might matter. Black hole, you know what to do. You know what to do, black hole. Come on, black hole, get in there. Get that mice. Get that mice, black hole. I'm sorry for the sounds that I'm making. Oh. Oh. Okay. Now the problem is, I won't have anything else here. That's a problem, right? Is that a problem? Not when your black hole is so all-consuming. Holy crap. Okay. Imagine the greed of Black Hole and then Dreamer. There's no way we get the dream. No, no. That one was too good to be true. That one was too good to be true. Should have known that. Now hit the Goldilocks. Okay. Oh, goodness gracious. I am way more excited than any adult male should be at this point in time. But this is like so nuts. It's so nuts. And I'm not gonna have as I'm not gonna have another person in the slot again. Just gotta hit that black hole, man. Just gotta hit. Thank you. That's getting very scary, and I am concerned. I'm not good enough at math. But I guess I am good enough at Once Upon a Galaxy. Okay. I want to re-roll this. Doesn't really matter. It has the Treasure Hoard 1. Tin Man. Yes. 2/2 for each animal. All right, once again, Black Hole's going to have to do some work. Can we hit the mice? Can we hit the Goldilocks? All right, it's the locks. We're still alive. We're still alive. Reroll. We're still alive. Das Santa Cruz. I mean, it's not the best for stats, but I get another shop. We take a fairy godmother so that it buffs us on the way out. I don't know if I can win this. I need the mice to get hit by the black hole. Shoot. I don't think I can win this. No. My gosh, though. That was the stupidest game I've ever played. I've never seen a Mephisto get this big. Oh, he's got support too. He's got support too. So we were getting these buffs from the Doctor and then support from Mephisto. Good Lord. What a stupid game. And then we ended with second place, but jeez. Wow. That is without a doubt, the silliest game I've ever played. I think I'm going to just end it there. That was, without a doubt, the silliest game that I've ever played. Wow. And we're at 2982. Haven't really moved much, but wow, what a ridiculous game. That was a lot of fun. What have we learned today? You know, we don't always have to learn something, and maybe today we learned that the best thing is just having fun and playing games. I don't know. What have we learned today? We don't always have to learn stuff. Calm down. Just because it's a segment, we don't always have to learn something. I need some new segments, by the way. I've had the same segments for like the last 3 months. I should probably find something different to do. This is the outro. follow the Twitch and subscribe to the YouTube and join the Band of Timmy's Discord, and you all have 3 different entries to win a Pokemon box. We're giving it away on the Funsplosion XXL on May 28th in North America and May 29th in Taiwan. Make sure that you do all those things so that you have entries to win the box, and that you're following the stream, you're watching the stream, because when we announce the winner, you gotta announce back. You gotta be like, hey, I'm here. Here's my information. Otherwise, you can't win. Sorry. Well, that was a fun stream. See you later, I guess. Let's not prolong the sadness of parting. Yeah, see you later.
If you're still there, please join the club. Like and follow us on Twitch and YouTube. Seriously now, stop fooling around. Join our Discord and subscribe to everything.